This video covers topic 9.6 over solving systems of equations using matrices and word problems. So when we write word problems, we have to read carefully. We have to define our variables to try to, figure out what I'm missing. Remember that if you use a number, you cannot use it again. So once you have used a number, you can mark it out. Each equation needs both variables in it in some form or fashion, and you need equal signs in your equations. So, example 1 tells us a caterer's total cost for catering a party has a fixed cost, which is the same for every party. In addition, the caterer charges a certain amount per guest. If it costs $300 to serve 25 guests, and $420 to serve 40 guests, find the cost per guest. So we could use G as the cost per guest as one of our variables because that's what they're asking us to find. So that's going to be one of my variables. Now my other variable is kind of a weird one, but they tell us that the total includes a fixed cost. So both of these parties are going to have a fixed cost wrapped in with it. The first one has 25 guests plus the fixed cost and is a total of $300. The second one has 40 guests, a fixed cost, and costs $420. Notice that I lined my variables up beforehand so I don't have to move anything around before I plug into matrices. In order to solve, I'm going to put my matrices in a calculator. I have 25, 1, and 300, 40, 1, and 420. So I put these into my calculator, put it in exactly like I see it. So in my calculator, I click second matrix, B, RF, enter. Alpha zoom is a 2x3, and I had 25 guests, 1 fixed cost for $300, 40 guests, 1 fixed cost for $420. I can see the 1001, so that's a good thing. It means I have a solution to this. So 1001, 8, and 100. Remember that your variables go in the same way. So wherever you see the G or the 1, my guess is 800, my fixed cost is 100. They asked you specifically for the cost per guest. So with word problems, we don't write it as a solution. We say the guests are $8 each. They did not ask us about the fixed cost, but it is important to put that in there so that your total is accurate. If you don't, you won't have enough information to do a 2x3 matrix, so it won't work on the calculator anyways. Example 2 says that Jack has $3 in nickels and dimes. He has twice as many nickels as he does dimes. How many nickels and dimes does he have? So my variables, I'm going to have an N for nickels and a D for dimes. Now, the first thing they tell me is that he has $3 in nickels and dimes. Now, when we talk about money, if I were to hold out 4 quarters to you, you would tell me that's $1 because what you're doing is associating the value of the coin with the amount of coins that I have. So with a money-coin equation, we're going to have a money equation and a coin equation. My money equation needs to have money plus money equals money. That is true of all money equations. Money plus money equals money. So nickels are worth 5 cents, dimes are worth 10 cents, and my total money is $3. So dimes are 5 cents, 0.05 times the amount of nickels that I have, 0.10 times the amount of dimes that I have is going to equal the total $3 that I have. With coins, there are twice as many nickels as dimes. So you need to ask yourself, twice as many nickels as dimes, which one has more? If I have twice as many nickels, my nickels are going to be more. So you're going to put nickels on the outside. And then you're going to put that your nickels are twice your dimes. He has twice as many nickels, so the nickels are twice the dimes. From here, I can see that without the equals sign or with the equal sign, my variables are not lined up. So I need to move this bottom equation so it will be lined up. I will have n minus 2d equals 0. And now I'm ready to start plugging into my matrix. When I plug into my matrix, I have 0.05, 0.10, and 3. For the green equation, I have 1, -2, and 0. I'm going to put this in exactly like I see it. And again, remember that I had to rearrange my bottom equation before I plugged in because I did not have nickels, dimes, equal signs, and answers all lined up perfectly. In my calculator, I click second matrix, B, alpha zoom 2/3, 0.05 arrow, 0.10 arrow, 3 arrow, 1 arrow, -2 arrow, and 0, and then I click enter. I see the 1001, so that means I have a solution. And then 30 and 15. Remember that when we lined them up, we had nickels and dimes, so nickels and dimes. They did ask you how many of each, so you need to say there are 30 nickels and 15 dimes. If you just write 30, 15, I don't know which one's which. If you just put 30 and 15, I don't know which one's which. So make sure when you write your answers, you are very specific and use some words in there. Problem 3 is our last problem for today. They tell us that a subway train travels 2 different routes, which are different lengths, the green triangle and the red circle route. On Thursday, it went the green triangle route 6 times, the red circle 5 times, for a total of 52 miles. On Friday, it went the green triangle 12 times, the red circle 13, for a total of 119 miles. And they ask us what is the red circle route in miles. So one of my variables is going to be the red circle route. Well, if the red circle route is one of them, then the other route, the green circle route, or the green triangle route, is going to be my other variable. Remember that once you have used a number, you cannot use it again. So in my first bullet, I'm basically going to have a Thursday equation and a Friday equation. My Thursday has 6 greens and 5 reds for a total of 52. And remember, once I've used those, I cannot use them again. My Friday equation has 12 greens, 13 reds for a total of 119. Once I've used those, I'm done. I do not have any other numbers remaining, so I know that I've used everything I can. To plug in my matrix, I'm going to use 6, 5, 52, 12, 13, and 119. And plug in what I see. Remember, the way I wrote it, my G's and my R's are lined up. If yours are not, you have to either rewrite it to line them up or rearrange them so they will line up. It's honestly easiest if you always line them up. So, one last time in my calculator. Second matrix B, alpha zoom 2/3, and I have 6, 5, 52, 12, 13, 119, 1001, 4.5, and 5. So remember, the 1001 is helpful, 4.5 and 5 are my answers. The question specifically asked me for the length of the red circle route. The red was the second variable I put in, so the red would be 5 miles.